how to thrive even with negativity all around us. I'm Dian Griesel, and I'm also known as blogger Silver Disobedience. I am a perception analyst and a hypnotherapist. And if you visited my website ever, you'll know that I am also a photographer. You see, I started taking pictures of others back about 8 years ago when unexpectedly I was scouted and asked to model with Wilhelmina models. It was a really big surprise for me. And yet, when it happened, the more time I was cast by some really great companies and spent on set, the more I wished that others could experience what I was experiencing being a model, because it was such an invigorating, affirming experience. When you walk into a set and you don't particularly necessarily feel great, you're nervous, and all of a sudden there's this massive group of people that are all the ones behind the scenes that really make the magic happen. And you've got makeup done and hair done, and a photographer's telling you you look fabulous. It's a really uplifting experience, and I wanted everyone to experience it. So I started to merge my passions together and created an art therapy called photo hypnotherapy, which became the collective end game, and it's giving me lots of joy. So it's something that I wish everyone, the fact is that I wish everyone could embrace the inherent power within themselves. And I am determined to try to help people do that, because each of us possesses very unique gifts that no one else has, whether we realize it or not. See, the universal key to unlock our personal power lies in our willingness to consciously decide to transcend the often self-imposed limitations and lingering doubts that we've acquired that diminish our brilliance. They just dampen our light. And I say self-imposed because while they certainly may have been inflicted upon us by others, at some point in our lives, or many points, or they could be the result of how we interpreted actions of others who had power over us at some point. We do have the power right now to choose to stop believing and dump irrelevant falsehoods that we carry. And we can do this a variety of ways. We can do it consciously. We can do it unconsciously with things like hypnosis. We can work with a therapist to work through them, but we can work through things. Things may be really lodged in us, but we can excavate. I'm a big believer in excavation. So becoming our best selves is not a sudden transformation that occurs overnight. I would not be telling you the truth if I said I believe that. But rather, I do think it's a continuous process that begins with a willingness to listen, learn, seek guidance from those who can offer us valuable information and insights on our path. It really gets down to it's a choice to embrace a wonderful, and I really mean that, wonderful, finding the wonder in everything we do. It's a lifelong journey in self-discovery. And I truly believe each dawn brings us a fresh canvas, even though it might not sometimes feel that way, to paint with our hues of optimism and possibility. Or not, because I believe it's a choice. So as the sun rises each day, take a moment to contemplate uplifting thoughts, setting the tone for the day. When you can, read inspiring books, listen to motivational podcasts, connect with your belief in a higher power, whatever that is. Pause, even in the chaos. Take a deep breath and realign your focus. This blog, this podcast is intentionally designed to be a good start for everyone for each day. This does not mean that life will stop throwing curveballs at us. You can, but here's the thing. Those curveballs are going to come, but you can train yourself to see the silver linings within the storm clouds, because they are there. And with enough practice, you can start to see yourself as the protagonist on a journey towards success, with commitment propelling you forward. So imagine where you could be in a year from now if today you decided to embrace your boundless potential that resides within you. Know this: the world is awaiting your brilliance. So next, I want to share some practical steps to positively transform your mood, because becoming our best selves is a lifelong journey. As I said before, it's a lifelong journey of self-improvement. Yes, we're all born wonderful, and yes, we're all great, but the self-improvement part comes because we do have to deal with other people. So sometimes we have to learn ways we need to adjust and tweak how we communicate. And this is a good thing. So it begins, as I said before, with listening, learning, seeking guidance, because each day is that fresh new canvas where we can find the positive energy, we can make different choices, we can find energy that affirm there is good in the world, because there is good, it's there. So we can train ourselves to see the silver lining. So right now, here are some steps and practical steps that you can start to do today to implement your life. And why I say they're practical is, if you followed me long enough, my hashtag is personal responsibility is the new punk rock. So we need to take responsibility for our lives. We need to take responsibility for our choices. We need to take responsibility for what we're miserable about or how we're seeing things. So once we start to take that responsibility, we start to enter a really transformative process of growth that's really wonderful. So I'm going to give you 7 different ways you can take that personal responsibility, starting with number 1. Is to take a few moments each morning. You want to reflect on the idea of being optimistic. Set positive intentions for the day. Imagine your day ahead, focusing on embracing your inner power and seeking opportunities for growth and possibility and positivity. I know it sounds really silly and it's super basic, but every day I tell myself when I wake up or when I feel my power, just really declining on some level, I just say to myself, Diane, every day in every way, you are getting better and better. And that is such a simple thing to say every day and say your name. You are getting better and better. And it covers health, it covers wealth, it covers your job, it covers your personal growth, it covers your relationship. Every day, I am getting better and better. Start trying to plug that into your life as often as you can. Simple as it is, I'm telling you, it sets your mindset. Number 2, you want to surround yourself with inspiring content. Read books, articles, blogs that uplift you and motivate you. Listen to podcasts or watch whatever videos you find valuable insights and guidance from. Engage with material that really aligns with your personal goals and values. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can really make a big difference in countering omnipresent negativity. So here, shameless plug here. I post every day on my website, on social media under Silver Disobedience. And I also add podcasts here regularly. Any of these are a good place for you to find a dose of daily inspiration or several doses. Number 3, cultivate a gratitude practice. Again, an overused term, so I kind of dislike it, but it's a really good term. And you want to cultivate gratitude by regularly acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of your life. Because no matter what's happening, there's something good. And if you can't find it, let me just tell you, you're alive watching this podcast. And alive is better than dead. So there you have a good one right there. So start from that. Find the real most basic things in your life that you can find that are positive and keep building on that list. Consider keeping a gratitude journal. Write down things you're grateful for. every day. Start with the basics. I can see this screen right now in front of me where I'm recording. I can hear out of one of my ears, not the other. I can see the sky, the sky and the sunlight, even though there's a lot of buildings across the street. I got to really look for it. But think about things you're grateful for each day. This can really shift focus towards possibility and further create a very interesting sense of fulfillment in your life. Number 4, incorporating a mindfulness practice is really good if you do this into your daily routine. For me, I'm a big believer in hypnosis. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis, and I put myself into a trance every day. And when I feel like I have no time for it, that's the time I make sure I stop and do it. I started working with a hypnotist years ago, many years ago. Geez, it got to be almost 30 years ago. And it changed my life. And it's where my passion came from. And since the early 90s, when I became a hypnotist, it's something I love and treasure and want to give to other people. It can be meditation. It can be deep breathing. Some people call yoga their meditation practice. Whatever it is, taking moments throughout the day to pause, center yourself, and refocus your energy, priceless. Mindfulness can really help you stay present, reduce stress, improve all your healthy biomarkers, and enhance self-awareness. Number 5, implementing change is going to require consistent effort. Effort with a capital E. In fact, make it a capital E, F-F-O-R-T, effort. Identifying specific actions you can take daily to align with your goals and values is very important. It could be dedicating time for your self-improvement activities. It could be pursuing hobbies that bring you joy or practicing acts of kindness towards others. You commit to taking small steps each day that contribute to your personal growth, and you'll be surprised what happens on the bigger scale. It can be simple things, holding a door for someone. Yeah, plenty of people will walk out and think you're the new doorman, but you know what? They'll be the person that gives you a smile. It could be, offering to take somebody else's grocery cart back in the parking lot. There's any number of things you can do. It could just plain be smiling at the people you meet as you walk by. Smiling when you walk in your office. Try smiling at people when you wake up in your own home. It changes the tone of the day. Little things make big differences. Number 6 is you want to surround yourself whenever possible with like-minded individuals who share your aspirations and values. This is not always easy. Sometimes we feel drawn down even by people we're living with at times. This can happen. It can happen in our immediate surroundings. So you have to make the effort to find people who are like-minded with you, who lift you up, who when you see them, you smile, and you just connect, and you kind of just feel like you're on some psychic level connected to them because they understand you and you like the same things. You have the same places you want to get to in life. Even if they're totally different, you both believe in hard work and commitment and trying and doing and getting and dusting yourself up off when you fall down and doing it again. So you want to seek out communities, whether they're online or in person, where you can engage in discussions, seek support, and even better, try to find experiences that bring that sense of community to you. This can provide accountability, encouragement, and a real good sense of belonging. Number 7, you need to understand setbacks and challenges are a natural part of any journey you enter. You can get in a car and use a GPS and still end up on the detour route. So, it happens. Setbacks, changes, detours, they're all a part of the journey. So instead of being discouraged by them, view them as opportunities for growth and learning. Embrace your resilience and use setbacks as motivation to further develop your inner strength. Always, you want to remember that implementing change takes time and effort and a lot of patience with ourselves. We really have to be patient with ourselves and celebrate the progress that we're making along the way. By consistently applying these principles in your daily life, you can gradually transform your mindset and habits and overall well-being. I really want to thank you for visiting. I'm Dian Griesel. I'm a PhD. I am a perception analyst and a hypnotherapist. And as I said, I'm a photographer who loves to take pictures of people. You can also find me under Silver Disobedience. I work in private practice with clients and individuals who are individuals and companies all over the world. And my goal is to help them achieve better understanding as to how perceptions impact everything we do, whether personally or professionally. So thank you very much for tuning in. Please follow and like my podcast. Follow me on social media. Introduce yourselves. I really look forward to connecting and visiting again soon. Take care. Have a wonderful day.